Welcome back to Alkaline TV. I'm laying down. I just did Wim Hof breathing and I feel so good, but I wanted to make a video about something really important. I made several videos, a series of these while I was getting it, but I wanted to do a full recap, a testimonial about dry needling. If you're in chronic pain or having muscle issues, this might be for you. Of course, I'm not your doctor, so this is something to look more into. But I had never gotten this, and if you know me, I do everything possible to feel better for my health. Everything natural, I'll put it that way, everything alkaline and vegan and natural, which doesn't leave that many things, but it does leave a lot of good stuff to feel better and better and better. If you were sick and recovering, or if you're sick now and trying to recover. So I'm not going to tell my whole story here because I've already done that on this channel, but I have over 200 videos. If you haven't seen yet, welcome. But to just recap, I was having some past injuries. I'm a martial artist. I am a martial artist still. And I had some muscle issues and some chronic diseases. So I changed my lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. I have done videos about that already. But recently, it's been 5 years since I went alkaline, so to speak. And I was feeling really good. And I thought I couldn't really feel any better because I was feeling younger and younger every year for the last 5 years. No joke. But then I was starting to kind of need to detox again. So I fasted a couple times beginning of this year, but I was still having muscle pains and some knots from, to over 20 years of martial arts and drumming and brutalizing my body before I was healthy. I wasn't always the alkaline chef. I was the unhealthy chef before. So luckily, my recent chiropractor was concerned that some of those knots weren't going away after over a year of treatment, and that's not normal. That's chronic disease type of crap. So I was like, no, I'm not having this because I already spent 5 years recovering. And he recommended me dry needling. And actually, he recommended it to me several times before I finally did it. And because I had a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I didn't want to add anything more to what I was doing at the time. But then I finally got it done. And, I didn't want poked with needles. I've tried acupuncture multiple times when I lived in Asia. And I don't remember if I've tried it in the States or not. But I didn't really have any good result at all. So I thought that, it didn't really appeal to me at first. Let's just say dry needling. I wasn't like jumping up and down to try it. Let me just kind of put it that way. But I'm making this video because I've tried it and it works. I've had it probably 5 or more times now. So the first 3 times I made short videos right after because I was kind of thinking, wow, this feels like it might be working, but I wasn't totally sure yet. And I didn't want to, get too excited that these, knots are melting away. And those are years and years of damage. So here's the little bit I know about dry needling, what was going on. If you got injured, or if you maybe worked out too hard, or if you had a super unhealthy diet and were working out, like most people in America at least, when you shred your muscles, that's how you gain muscle. You shred them. I'm a martial art. I mentioned that 7 times. You shred your muscles, and I'm a drummer also, and I was drumming like thrash and stuff, which was bad for my ligaments. Who would have thought? Without warming up first, let's just say. I'm not saying not to thrash, I'm saying stretch out first at the very least. And I wasn't probably stretching out. Also, in the past, I was probably drinking alcohol and drumming. So these knots were forming of crystallized toxins basically in my muscles. And then they become scar tissue. This is why I was getting massage after massage after massage and they weren't going away. And I was getting chiropractic every week. And that helped me a lot. I'm not saying that didn't help. That was good for sure. But it wasn't helping everything. It helped almost everything. Some of these knots were just, my chiropractor said I had knots on top of knots. So, I got dry needling then, finally. And what it does is it's not acupuncture, which is I'm not an expert on that, but it isn't. It's totally different. What it does is it pokes a really, really super thin needle into the muscle knot itself, which is not what acupuncture is. And what it does is it stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system to heal that area. And I'm pretty sensitive to, I do yoga and I'm a martial artist. So I've said that 8 times now in this video. I'm not editing it out. I've only said I do yoga once, so we're good. But, I can feel what's going on sometimes, even though sometimes it just feels bad or good and it's hard to pinpoint what it is. But this felt kind of like CBD, where I was like wiped out after really good CBD, not garbage CBD mixed with corn syrup. I'm not promoting that at all. But it gets oxygen flowing right into the muscle knot where there was a scar tissue, which, massages can't get. So if I was getting massages every month or every 2 weeks for over a year, and finally I quit because I was sick of paying money, and sometimes I was having flare-up because I think they were using toxic lotion. I mean, I'm totally nuts about the stuff I eat or put on my skin. If you know my channel by now, you know that already. And I don't put lotion on my skin where the first ingredient of this crap lotion people use is like alcohol. That's acid and toxic. What do you feel like when you drank too much alcohol? You feel terrible, right? Well, what happens when they put a handful of it and rub it all over your skin? Well, your skin is an organ and it soaks into your body. So I was feeling bad from massages and I quit a few months ago and it wasn't working. So luckily I have the solution for people that, are struggling and massages aren't working. Dry needling. It does whatever needs to be done. It's definitely deep in there. Like I feel the healing. Now it did, I got a lot of it. I'm a black belt, so I might as well say I'm a black belt now that I mentioned being a martial artist 10 times. So I can handle pain more than most probably, but it's not really painful at all. It's like a deep healing. Like I slept for like 14 hours after. And I'm a hyperactive. So for me to sleep 14 hours says a lot. Just FYI. But I think that's about it. I mean, I said how awesome it was. I gave a pretty short description of what it does scientifically. And again, you don't need to know what it does for it to work. But if you have like knots that won't go away, or, you know, muscle pain that is going on for years and you're already trying chiropractic and already alkaline, then, and it's still, you know, you could feel better, this might be a good option. It's, you know, they shouldn't wipe anything on you or drug you or anything that I know of. But then, you know, I don't know. I've only gotten it from one guy, and the guy I go to is awesome. He's not just your average practitioner. He's, I'm pretty sure he's a ninjutsu master back in the day, but he does. I don't think he does it anymore. But having a ninja working on me is right up my alley, and I trust that, you know, I it's not just anyone that does martial arts. It's like someone that does a lifetime of martial arts and is really like, he's dedicated to what he does. He is you know, learning new things, even though he's, you know, maybe twice my age. Well, not quite, but he learns new things relentlessly, just like me. And I look for that in people. You know, I'm not just gonna have someone touching me or poking me. You know, some random people, like, you know, some people would go to these doofus doctors. I've done that in my 20s. Nope, no way. I'm extremely picky. So that's why I make videos like this. I'm extremely picky about this kind of stuff. And so I try to find out as much as I can and then bring, you know, recap it as in a tidbit for you. So I tried to keep this pretty short. I usually like to go on and on for 30 minutes, but I'm going to keep this one to 12 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more videos. I have tons of footage piling up and no one helping me edit right now. So I'm doing little by little a video. I'm going to try to do at least one video a week. And then in the future, I'm going to have a ton of new videos coming out. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for the people that are sticking through. I haven't been posting that much, but then I started recently making videos again. I have been active on Instagram and Twitter for different things, but if you're interested in the health stuff, I have an Instagram. I'm gonna update my handle to Alkaline Chef. So the Alkaline Chef. So I'll see you on Instagram, or if you're following my other things I'm up to, I'll see you on the other platforms too. Have an amazing day on purpose, and I hope this video helps you to do that. Peace.